My name is James Williams Jr. This is more of a PSA video. It is not for children, but I tell you what, if you're under the age of 10 years old, then you need to leave the room. Because you shouldn't be exposed to the violence of what I'm about to talk about. For a child should be playing with action figures and video games instead of hearing how in your future you may wind up going to the hospital or to the morgue because of the color of your skin. Your parents can explain that to you later. And if you're old enough and this video is still thick, then you can watch the damn thing. Alright, people of color, look, here we go. Let's get this shit started right now. This is going to be the most debated video that I've ever made. And you're either going to enjoy it or you're going to give me the finger. It's fine if you give me the finger. Hell, give me both of them. You know why? Because I'm going to tell you shit that you are not going to like. And you have the right to give me the finger. Just like I have the right to copy Shinsuke Nakamura. Because I like him. Anyway. Young people of color. Whether you are black or Asian. Or even white people with tans. You have to understand something. You really need to swallow your pride and comply. Whether you think you've done something wrong or not is not the issue when a cop is asking you questions. I'm not saying this as a cop-out. I'm not saying this as a way for you to bitch out. I'm saying this to save your dumbass lives because apparently young people, y'all tend to forget the one thing that everyone else old school remembers. They don't give a damn. They don't. Now, in the other video, I speak of a video that I found on Top Buzz. Okay, hey, look. I'm telling you for your own good because I am a person of color. Most cops have no idea if I am Mexican, if I am Filipino, if I am Hawaiian. They don't really assume that I'm black. Sometimes they don't even know I'm a damn dude. Yeah, I've had a ticket once or twice where a cop thought that I was a chick. Don't ask, long story. I have never, ever resisted what an officer said. Ever. And I'm going to tell you why. Not because I'm afraid of them. Not because I'm a martial artist and it's the right damn thing to do. But because I know what you young idiots need to know. Alright? Now, I'm not trying to be nasty. Let's get that out the way. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Because I do that freely every day. What I'm trying to do is save your life. No matter what you've done, even if you've done nothing wrong, going to jail for a couple of hours is a lot better than having them beat your ass to death for something that you didn't do because you decided, hey, I'm a nigga, I ain't do shit. I'm going to hold my own and I'm going to fight these motherfuckers back. No. No. That is never the solution to standing in resistance. Go on and comply. Go on and let them handcuff you. Comply. Because these motherfuckers don't give a shit. You know, half the cops, and I'm not specifically speaking of the cops in my city, I'm specifically speaking of cops around the world. We got some of the motherfuckers here in Charlottesville too. I ain't gonna lie. Half the cops that rock that badge and that gun are the biggest bunch of chicken shit motherfuckers that ever were. One, when you are a cop, and this is for you civilians, because this is what you don't know. When you are a cop, you can't turn off your training. You can't. It is on 24 hours a day. If your spider senses are tingling, your spider senses are tingling. And if you go into the bathroom in deep cover, you know, it's because you can't turn the training off. Alright? You can't. I'm a veteran in the Army. I can't turn this shit off. I can't undo what they have engaged into my head when it comes to shooting people. Alright? It's part of my training with one shot, one kill. You sit in these classes for 12 and 13 hours and you learn this shit because your life will depend on your training. You are as only good as the person that trained you is a load of shit. You're only good when you put the fucking work in. Alright? You can be trained by the best and still get your ass kicked. It's just that simple. If you don't put the work in, you're never going to get good. I personally cannot shoot an M4 with fuck, but I can work the fuck out of nunchucks. I can beat anybody's ass with my hands and feet because that's what I do. I was doing martial arts before I was a veteran, And now that I can no longer do martial arts, it's a problem. I'm dealing with it as best I can. But it does no less make it a fucking problem. Now, here's where you have to learn something about being a cop. It takes a very special person who wants to serve and protect their community. So, salute to all you cops. It takes a very special person to want to go and serve this country and rock these motherfuckers every damn day to serve and protect not just this country, but the world. Just in case you didn't know, the United States military is the bulk of NATO. Alright, so now you got that out the way? Good. When it comes down to shit like this, you have to understand. It is better for you to comply and make bail than to get beat into hell. Alright? Maybe that little anagram or acronym or rhyme might change your life one day. So, one time, and I've told you guys this story before, so the condensed version is my cousin stole his friend's vehicle and I paid the price for it. I didn't go to jail, thank God. A cop got me out of trouble. It was a K-9 officer. But I did get arrested and handcuffed because my cousin was a lying sack of crap who stole his friend's cars, and I drove it back. So when the cop explained to me that, the vehicle was stolen, I complied. I didn't do anything stupid, because I could have taken a cop out, because the same cop that handcuffed me, I had his gun when we were in the van. I didn't take it out of his holster because he had a flip holster. Your situational awareness is always important. Because he's like, I got you, son. He sat on me with his gun leg, and his hand was under my throat. And I said, no, I actually have you. If you look at my left hand, all I have to do is squeeze. And he looks down. His gun is still in the holster, but I've got it aimed up. All I had to do is push my thumb down, and this would never be a video ever to be made. Goes back to the beginning of the video. Our officers need better training. They really do. It shouldn't take more than 2 officers to subdue a dude. And for you, the dude is being subdued. Just comply. I'm not saying kiss his ass. I'm saying save your mom a funeral money. Stop trying to be a badass because you see the shit on TV. It's a whole lot better to be handcuffed and be free for something that you didn't do than to have to get your ass beat for something that you didn't do because you thought you were in the right by fighting the authority figures of the United States, which is the cops. So, to all you young people of color, ain't nothing wrong with taking a knee on a football field. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a knee when the cops are trying to arrest you instead of you trying to be He-Man and Superstar and all these other motherfuckers to get your point on World Star because you're getting body slammed up against a fence or something because you decided to not do what the cop says. Am I defending the cops that I mentioned in the other video? Fuck no. It shouldn't take 3 cops to take down one scrawny ass skinny kid. But I'll be the first to tell you, shit happens. And sometimes scrawny ass kids got retarded strength. So, if that offended anybody retarded, it's a long story. Go read the book of Mice and Men and you'll understand where the term retarded strength came from. I want you guys to understand that I'm not doing this to get more views here. I want you to understand that I'm doing this to save people of color's lives. You young people who watch all these videos and these gang TV shows and all these other things that have no positive influence other than their good dramatized TV, you have to understand, in the real world, when a cop tells you to freeze and you don't, you are very well within the right of ending your own life because they got you dead to rights. They gave you an order and you need to follow it. Don't be stupid and think, hey, I'm 6'4". I'm skinny, but I'm a badass. I don't give a damn how much of a badass you are. A bullet can end everything. Even if it doesn't end you, it could rearrange your disposition, and you don't want that. I'm not on here trying to convince you to pussy out. I'm on here trying to convince you to let you know for a motherfucking fact, it's better to go to jail than to get shot for nothing and go to hell. Misdemeanors aren't that bad. Now, I don't know what the black kid did in the video before this that I was describing, but the three cops had to subdue the little guy, and he was bigger than me. I know the guy was pretty big, but he was skinnier than me. You know, it's like a kid, man. It's like a 23-year-old kid who just doesn't fucking understand it. There are some things you just don't fucking do. Resisting arrest is one of those things that people of color, us, need to know that that's that one thing that we just don't fucking do. Because apparently, his parents never explained to him about the Rodney King ass whooping. God rest your soul, Rodney. Apparently, no one's ever explained to him about the Reginald Denny beating. Apparently, no one has explained to him about Trayvon Martin. Apparently, no one has explained to him that when you are of color, you are guilty until proven innocent. So it is better to just comply than to get your ass beat and die. There have been people who have been handcuffed wrongly and put in vehicles and have died. I get that. But if you just fucking comply, they probably won't have to hog tie you. If you just give them your wrist. You know, hands up, don't shoot. You guys need to explain to these young people because they're not listening to me. You need to explain to them. Black Lives Matter needs to explain to them. White Lives Matter needs to explain to them. Asian Lives Matter needs to explain to them that when you comply with the cops, you get to go home to mama or daddy. When you resist the cops, you get to go home in a fucking body bag. The sooner that we teach our children that, the sooner we have a better chance of having them come home. It might take 6 months. It might take 12 months. But you're gonna go home alive. As to going home dead and having mommy and daddy cry because instead of you doing what the fuck was right, you decided to do what the hell you want. Comply with the cops. I'm James Williams Jr. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This has been 12 minutes of your life that you can't get back. But it was every fucking second worth of it. Remember that. The next time one of you kids are staring down a cop and you think you're gonna get arrested, just comply. Don't try to outrun him. Don't try to fucking go hands up with the motherfucker. Comply. Give him your wrist. It might not be that bad. Be seeing you. This is Kung Fu Havoc number 2.